Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. You know, growing up and figuring out friend groups well, it's just super complicated, right? Especially when you're on middle school age. Sometimes even a tiny disagreement with a friend can feel like the absolute end of the world. But today, we're going to look at the actual science behind why that happens, and we'll learn some absolutely awesome, simple tools to help you feel way more in control. So, quick question. Have you ever felt a sudden burst of anger or a huge wave of sadness that makes you just want to go hide in your room? Like maybe someone left you on read, or you weren't invited to a group hangout, and your whole body just felt completely flooded with emotion? Honestly, those feelings are incredibly real, and you are definitely not alone in feeling them. Today, we're uncovering exactly why your amazing brain reacts that way. Okay, part one, big feelings in your brain. Let's start with a story about a girl named Sakura. So, Sakura just found out that a couple of her friends went to the park this weekend and they didn't invite her. Instantly, she feels this huge, painful ouch right in her chest. She feels like she can't even breathe, and she immediately thinks, they all hate me, I'm a terrible friend. A lot of kids feel this exact same way, and Sakura actually thinks there's something wrong with her because it hurts so much. But as we'll see, there's a totally real, scientific reason her body is reacting this way. This pain actually has a scientific name. It's called rejection sensitive dysphoria, or RSD for short. Now, you definitely don't need to memorize the big clinical words, but you should absolutely know what it means. RSD basically means your brain literally treats feeling left out or criticized like a real physical injury. When Sakura was left out, her brain didn't just say, oh, bummer. No, her brain reacted the exact same way it would if she had fallen off her bike and scraped her knee really badly. It's a biological ouch. C. Inside your head, you've got two very important parts playing an invisible tug of war. First, there's the amygdala. This is your brain's alarm system. It's incredibly fast, and its whole job is to sense danger. Then you have the prefrontal cortex. Think of this as your brain's brakes. It's the logical part that says, hey, let's calm down. Everything is perfectly fine. But here's the catch. Sometimes that amygdala alarm system is just way too loud for the prefrontal cortex brakes to slow down. In Sakura's case, when she wasn't invited, her alarm system started blaring at full volume. Her brain's brakes were trying to tell her, hey, maybe they just went at the last minute, but the brakes were just a little too slow to catch up. And what this means is that Sakura's big feelings are science. They're not a flaw. It just takes time for the braking system to catch up. So giving yourself a moment to step back, be gentle with yourself, and take a deep breath is literally the absolute best thing you can do to help your brain out. Moving right along, part two. Pausing to ask halt. Let's meet Kenji. So Kenji has been looking forward to playing video games online with his friend Yumi all week long. But just an hour before they're supposed to play, Yumi texts him and says she has to cancel. Kenji gets incredibly angry. His alarm system is absolutely blaring, and he types out a really mean text message to Yumi, totally ready to hit send. But wait, before he sends that mean text, he really needs to check his body's warning lights. Experts actually recommend a super simple checklist to use before you react to a really big feeling. It's called HALT. You just ask yourself four basic things. Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? Because honestly, when our bodies are out of balance, our brain's alarm system becomes super sensitive and just goes off way too easily. So Kenji pauses and he goes through the HALT checklist. He realizes, wait a minute, I totally skipped lunch today because I was doing my homework and I stayed up way too late last night playing games. He's hungry and tired. So instead of sending the mean text, Kenji makes a great choice. He eats a snack and just rests on the couch for 20 minutes. By taking care of his body, Kenji gave his brain the energy it needed to let those brakes turn back on. He realizes Yumi probably just had to do chores, and he calmly texts her to reschedule. Problem solved. Okay, let's look at part three, finding the middle path. Now, imagine Yumi and Sakura are in a huge dramatic fight. Sakura borrowed Yumi's absolute favorite special pen and completely lost it. Yumi is furious. I mean, that pen meant the world to her. But Sakura gets really defensive because, hey, it was just an accident, and Yumi practically yelled at her in front of everyone. They are both 100% sure that they are the one who is completely right. It feels totally impossible to fix when both friends are stubbornly stuck on their own sides, right? Well, this is exactly where the middle path comes in. Sometimes we think in black and white. Either I am completely right or you are completely right. But the middle path teaches us that two opposite things can both be true at the exact same time. It's kind of like a bridge connecting two sides of a river. Yumi and Sakura can learn that Sakura didn't mean to lose the pen, and Yumi is totally allowed to be sad about losing it. Both of their feelings are completely valid and true at the exact same time. You can even use the middle path on yourself. Try saying to yourself, I am doing the best I can and I need to do better. You can be a really great friend who is trying super hard and you can still make a mistake and need to apologize sometimes. Holding both of those truths in your mind really helps turn down that scary alarm system and makes apologizing a whole lot easier. Moving on to part 4, skills for better friendships. Let's say Sakura makes a joke that accidentally really hurts Kenji's feelings. When she realizes what she did, Sakura feels frozen. Her alarm system is telling her she's a terrible person and she just wants to hide away and avoid Kenji forever. But instead of running away or sinking into that heavy, scary feeling of shame, Sakura can use an awesome, simple tool called the 4 R's to fix things. Listen, making a mistake doesn't make you bad. It just makes you human. Here's how you use the 4 R's. Step 1 is awareness. You just name the feeling. Sakura says to herself, I feel really guilty. Step 2 is recognize. Look at the big picture. Sakura realizes she was just trying to be funny, but the joke landed wrong. Step 3 is repair. This is the brave part. Make amends and apologize to Kenji. And finally, step 4, reconfigure. Learn from it. Try a new, kinder way to joke next time. So you just name it, understand it, say sorry, and learn for next time. Easy, right? But on the flip side, what if a friend is treating you poorly? Well, you can use your fast skills. Be fair to yourself and to them. Listen to this next one closely. Don't over-apologize. Apologies are only for when you actually did something wrong, not for just being you or taking up space. Stick to your values, don't let anyone pressure you into being someone you aren't. And be truthful. If someone is being mean to you, use your fast skills to stand up for yourself clearly and respectfully, without giving up who you are. And finally, part 5, being kind to yourself. We've talked about a lot today, right? Your brain's alarm system, using the HALT checklist, finding the middle path, and apologizing with the 4 R's. But I really want you to remember that it takes a lot of practice to use your breaks and fix friendships. Your brain is literally still growing. Just like learning to ride a bike, managing big feelings means you might wobble and fall off a few times, and that is completely 100% okay. Think of balancing your emotions like a seesaw. You don't just find the perfect balance point and stay there forever. No way. It requires constant, gentle little adjustments. Sometimes you push a little too hard on one side and you have to correct it. It takes lots of self-compassion to keep making those tiny adjustments day after day. You are learning, and honestly, you're doing great. So I want to leave you with a quick question to ponder. What is one small, kind thing you can do for yourself the next time your alarm system goes off? Maybe it's getting a glass of water, wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket, or just telling yourself, hey, I'm doing my best. Think about what makes you feel safe and loved, because you deserve that exact same kindness as you learn to navigate your wonderful growing brain. Thanks for spending this time with me on this explainer, and remember to give yourself some grace out there.